It is time to take off for week 2 of the amazing Readathon. Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic, but this month we aren't doing that. We are talking about mostly romance because it is the amazing Readathon and I have joined Team Romance. If you want to join us for this adventure, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and let's jump into the vlog for this week. So last week I left you on a cliffhanger of did I finish Sweep of the Heart by Alana Andrews in time for the 4th prompt drop, and I did, like by a couple of hours. I had some time in the morning where I was like furiously reading for this, and it did drop. Prompt 4 did drop today. I'm wearing my amazing Readathon shirt, which is fun, and the 4th prompt is to read a book that has won an award. This update is already all over the place because I didn't tell you that I enjoyed my reread of Sweep of the Heart. I cried this time listening to this one. It got me twice. So this is a 5-star read for me. I absolutely love this series. This is the 5th book in the Clean Sweep series, and it is so good. We're finally getting some larger world concepts in this book, and man, this one's good. It's just good all the way around. It got me in the feelings and made me cry twice. And now, like I said, the 4th prompt has dropped and we are working on books that are award winners. So I think I'm going to read Delilah Green Doesn't Care for this one because I haven't started that series and I would really like to. So far, I think I'm in the middle of chapter 2 or 3, like I'm not very far in, and we'll see. I'm not sure how I feel about these characters just yet, but we shall see. I like the idea of this book, but there's something putting me off about a discussion that we're having in the first couple of chapters that I'm just like, okay, this isn't my style, but we'll see where we go from here. So I went to the library and I went a little wild, or truly, like I wanted to get some manga for Face Off weekend this weekend, and I checked out 18 things, so I don't think I'll have time for all of this, but we'll have it for a while and have fun. So the first thing I have here is Witch Hat Atelier. I have heard great things about this. I grabbed 3 volumes of this. I tried not to get too many volumes of any one thing in case I don't like it, because I thought getting like 2 or 3 volumes would be a good way to start. So we got 3 volumes of this because I've heard good things. This is like the exception to that rule because this is one of Izzy's host favorites. This is I'm McCoy, and I read volume 1 already this month, so I got volumes 2 through 6, and since they had them I thought that was great. I was like, yes, definitely, we'll take those. I grabbed my special one, by Momoko Koda, and this just looked really cute. It seems like there's a little bit of a misunderstanding and these two try to work it out. That's about all I got from the back of the first one. And then this one looked really fun. It's How to Treat Magical Beasts, and it seemed about a girl who becomes an apprentice to a veterinarian of regular animals, but her interests lie with magical animals. So that seemed like a fun time to try. So these are, I got 3 volumes of this. Sounded like fun. I also Hang on, I gotta move around the manga. I also grabbed a Grishaverse graphic novel, which I have been wanting to read but never like picked up anywhere, so I thought that would be great to try. I grabbed Beverly Jenkins' Revel, which is a historical romance, and this fits for one of my like local indie bingo prompts for the year, so I decided to grab that. I also found Spy Family Volume 5, which was the only volume on the shelf and I think is the volume I have to read. If not, this will just go back or we'll figure it out, but I think this might be the volume I'm on. I could be wrong. And then I took a little bit of inspiration from Jess at the Hex the Library, who is one of our producers for the Readathon, by grabbing a book that I had never heard of. She has a series on her channel, which is really fun to watch, where she goes to her local library and grabs a book she's never heard of, or maybe multiple. I forget if it's one or multiple, but I grabbed this because I had never heard of it, but it seemed like something that I would like. It's The Way of All Flesh, and it's about a young man and a young woman in Edinburgh in 1847, city of medicine, money, and murder. So there is a young man who's an apprentice, he's learning medicine, and murders start happening. And I believe he teams up with a young woman who's really smart but hasn't had any of the advantages he has in training or anything like that. It reminded me of an adult version, like an adult and less romancy version of Stalking Jack the Ripper. So I am curious about this one, and it's very shiny and pretty. So I could use this as the foiled prompt for sightseeing if I get to it. But that's my little library haul for y'all. I am gonna go home now. It's almost lunchtime. I'm gonna eat lunch. I haven't done a ton of reading this morning. I've been kind of busy. I repotted plants, as you saw. I'm also kind of like not sure what I want to do because I feel like we have to be in a window of a prompt coming soon, so I just haven't been able to decide what I want to read next. But I'm on my way home for lunch, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Hello everyone. So ignore the nature, please. Well, not really. How appropriate is this? So we just got our next prompt, which is leg 5 for Cape Town, South Africa. And the prompt is to have nature on your cover. So I was going to read Rebel by Beverly Jenkins because I had started this, like I was like 20 or 30 pages into this when the prompt dropped, and I was like, oh, this works. But then I suddenly remembered I have to read Truly Madly Deeply for book club on Tuesday. So this has a little potted plant up here in the corner, so we're gonna read this. I am thrilled that this fits in. I was really hoping to read this month, and I started it and I'm already having a good time. Like I am 20 or 30 pages into it and I am already so excited for where we're going with this. I love Alexandria Bellafleur's stories. I need to read the rest of her backlist, but apparently I'm going to read this first, which is fine. I also thought about picking up Written in the Stars because there are stars on the front cover of that one, but maybe we will just try to, whoa, that was a big bee. That bee was huge. I don't know if he ever made it on camera, but he was huge. What was I gonna say? I'm reading this. It has a plant on the cover, so it counts. And today has been absolutely gorgeous. I spent most of the time out on my patio here or like right inside watching sprints. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a little walk here in the next hour or so, and then it'll be time for dinner. And then I have to take a break this evening and watch Midsommar for movie club. And I'm really nervous. I don't want to watch it. I'm really nervous. Hello. So I absolutely should have updated you before now, but it's been a crazy couple of days. It's currently face-off weekend. We are at the evening of Saturday on the East Coast. So we're like, it's 4 p.m. So we have about 18 hours of face-off left. and I have been busy. Like, I have finally gotten to the point where no one else has a claim on my attention and I can just read. On Friday night, I had a movie club meeting. On Saturday today, I had to go and do Father's Day stuff, and now finally I have time to read. I have submitted, I think, 4 things for Face Off so far, and I am currently planning to switch Cape Town books so that I can get landed in Cape Town tonight. I'm going to read A Psalm for the Wild Built. I'm actually going to reread this to land in Cape Town tonight and make sure that I'm there, and then hopefully have something to submit for sightseeing as well. But yeah, and then hopefully what I can do is alternate between my sightseeing and face-off books for the rest of the time. I'm planning on staying up for at least some of later than I normally would. But yeah, it's been a good day. I got a little bit of sunburn, not terrible, but a little bit today. And yeah, that's my update. It's been a busy day of plans with friends and family, and also lots of reading. Like, I read last night after I got home after my plans. I read this morning before I left, and now I'm trying to like settle in and read a few more things. So that's my plan for the evening. Hello everyone. So Face Off is over. Unfortunately, we on Team Romance have fallen into last place with this, which is sad. There were a lot of feelings when we had that reveal, but I think we've all kind of come to the end and realized that, you know, we did have a good time. We had a lot of fun. We read a lot of pages and a lot of books, and you know, we're gonna persevere. My Face Off was quite eventful. I should have updated you guys all weekend, but it was just too busy, and I was too busy like reading to do the vlog updates. So Friday I worked all day. So at noon when Face Off kicked off, I decided to read I should have had this brought up. I started reading Naira and the Jinn, which is a graphic novel, a middle grade graphic novel. I read this most of it on my lunch, and then when I got home after work, and then I also had a movie club meeting on Friday night, where we got dinner and stuff. I think I got home about 8 o'clock. I decided to finish this, and then I also read Cat Gamer Volume 2. So I read those 2, ended up falling asleep pretty much as I started Cat Gamer Volume 3, and kind of just decided to take my sleep where I could get it. The next day, I concentrated on Spy Family, Cat Gamer, and I'm a Koi. So I kind of alternated between all of these. I read volumes 5 and 6 of Spy Family. I read volume 3 of Cat Gamer. And then I also took on reading A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers, because I had been reading something for my Cape Town book, but decided to switch gears and actually take on Psalm for the Wild Built because it was a reread. I could get through it pretty quickly. I had the audiobook, just a lot of things to kind of land in Cape Town and be done with the like obligation part, and then I could get back to Face Off. I also read Cat Plus Gamer Volume 4 for sightseeing, so there were just a lot of things that I decided to read. So please excuse me, I do think I got interrupted as I was talking to you. I think the last thing I talked about was me reading A Psalm for the Wild Built as a reread for my Cape Town prompt, and then I decided to read Cat Plus Gamer Volume 4 for some sightseeing, so I kind of mixed it all together this weekend. And then we got into the thing that I really focused a lot of my attention on this weekend, and that was I'm a Koi, volumes 2 through 6, and I even also read volume 7, but I got that from my library digitally, and these were just such a great pick for the weekend, like, because they're light, they're fluffy, they give you a little GRC, they just were a great choice for me because I could keep rolling through them, and I just had a great time with it. So like I said, I read all these volumes. Most of these were actually on, I don't remember if this was Saturday night or Sunday morning because I did wake up pretty early. I think it was a mix between the two because I also read The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill, which was so cute and also very, very beautiful. Highly recommend that. So I read the volumes. Once I ran out of these, I switched back to Spy Family for volumes 7 and 8, and then I started searching to find out if I could get more Imakoi from my library. So these are ready to go back to my library. And then I read volumes 7 and 8 of Spy Family, and I have really loved catching up on these like 3 series. It has been so much fun. I'm up to volume 8 of Spy Family, and I have 9 and 10 like in my queue ready to read if I have time for more sightseeing. So that was the success of my weekend. I am thrilled that I got this much reading done. Like, it's actually kind of incredible to me because I think I've read like 22 or 23 books so far this month, and that's like double what I normally read, and we're only halfway through the month. So we're gonna keep going. I'm having a great time. Like I said, I just can't believe how much reading I got done this weekend. So I am gonna go back to it now. The prompt in between when I talked to you last time and when I talked to you this time, the next prompt, leg 6, has dropped. So we have to pick a book with some sort of mention or religion in it of some kind. And I have too many options for this. I think my brain is mush post Face Off, and I truly can't decide. There is so many things. I'm mainly focused on unwritten library, Bree's host favorite that is about a library, unwritten library. I can't remember. I'll put the cover here. Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher and Cruel Selection by Katie Robert. Those are like the 3 things that I'm kind of bouncing between, but I'm not sure which one I'm gonna pick. For wanting to choose from my physical library, like at the beginning of this month, I have chosen basically nothing from my physical library this month. So, yeah, that's kind of how things are going here. But that is actually going to be the wrap up for this vlog. I'm sorry this vlog was not great this week as far as me keeping you updated on what was going on. It was just sort of busy in my personal life. But hopefully next week will be a little bit better. I have actually a 5-day weekend next weekend. I took a few days off after Juneteenth, and I'm hoping to read a lot over those few days. So we shall see what happens, but hopefully next week you have a really full vlog from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about the books that I talked about today, please let me know down below. And if you want to see me again, you can hit the subscribe button down there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.